I've spent nearly 1 year creating videos on BookTube, so I thought I'd give you a little rundown on everything that I have learnt. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. So we are coming up to my 1 year anniversary on BookTube, which is actually crazy to say because I remember filming my first video, getting super nervous to even post it, and that felt like just yesterday. So the fact that we are now a year in advance blows my mind, but the fact that I'm still creating videos for YouTube makes me so happy. So I thought I would have a little look back, little rundown on basically what I've learned this past year, and if I can give any tips to anyone that's, thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but maybe like they don't feel confident enough or they feel like they've not got any, topics to talk about. I just want to kind of give you my side of how I found this past year as being such a small, the smallest content creator on YouTube, and yeah, I just thought it'd be really fun. So as you can tell, I absolutely have no structure to this video. Like a lot of my videos, I do just like to yap, and I fear this is going to follow suit. I'm going to try and not make it super long. So I guess I should start off by saying when I first started this YouTube channel, I kind of gave myself a goal, or I'm even going to say a target. I'm going to say I gave myself a target to hit 150 subscribers within a year. Now, as you can tell, I've not hit that target. I am currently on 132 subscribers, and thank you so much to absolutely everyone that subscribes. It still blows my mind that 132 people have subscribed to my channel and get my videos pop up. To me, that is absolutely crazy. If you put 132 people in a room, I wouldn't know how to speak. So I just find it absolutely incredible. But in my head, I was thinking, if I don't hit my target, I don't think I'm going to carry on with YouTube. And I guess at the time, I didn't think it was a numbers game because I know how YouTube is so hard. There is so many content creators out here in the world, and it is, let's be real, it is a little bit oversaturated, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a space for you on this side of the internet. So that's how I look at it. But I always thought it was going to be really tough, but I was just like, if I don't hit that goal, I'm just going to stop creating videos because I'm not succeeding at a pace how I thought it was going to go. But I'm going to tell you that right now, I will not stop creating videos, because when I say this has been one of the most funnest, that's not a word, is it? But when I say this has been one of, it's just so fun creating YouTube videos and creating content and speaking about books and meeting people that love talking about books at the same time. And even though I've technically not hit that target, I don't care, because I am so happy talking about the things that I love the most in this world and finding fellow people on the internet, fellow content creators that love that topic equally as much as me and has that passion. So I think what I'm trying to say is, even though you have a goal for yourself, everyone's pacing and success for achievement looks completely different. And that's okay. It's just crazy how essentially this time last year, I was not talking about books on YouTube, and now I just can't imagine doing anything else. I just cannot believe how BookTube, and I'm gonna actually include BookTok in this because I've met some incredible people on BookTok, have quite literally changed my life. And that sounds so silly, but I definitely feel like it has. And I've met so many people on YouTube specifically that I genuinely feel like I could be friends with. And some of these people are on the other side of the world. It's crazy. I feel like I would want to say that if you are thinking about starting any YouTube channel at all, it doesn't have to be book related, just take the plunge, because I think you are going to regret not even trying. And I think what a big hurdle could be for some people is, well, what about family members stumble across it? What about if friends stumble across it? You don't actually need to tell people. You don't need to tell people that you are going to start a YouTube channel. And to be honest, it is going to be so rare that they actually find your content on YouTube. I think especially when you're starting out as well. I mean, who knows? You could start your YouTube channel and you could absolutely blow up. There could be a chance they could see your face on a thumbnail. But I just think take the plunge, Otherwise, you just never know what you are going to regret in life. And then on that note, you might be thinking, well, I get quite shy in front of the camera, or I don't feel as confident talking to a camera. I'd rather talk to someone face to face. But I feel quite comfortable because I had a BookTok account from January 2025, and then I was also streaming on Twitch from 2022. So to me, talking in front of a camera is quite natural, but I can totally understand why for some people it's gonna feel a little bit weird. But I promise you that weirdness will go. Like, the more videos you film, the more you literally just stand here talking to a camera, I promise you, you'll get so comfortable in no time. So what I would say is have a couple video ideas ready to go. For example, if you're starting a BookTok account, to have, you know, a BookTube newbie tag, or, you know, your 5-star reads of last year if you're getting started, or your favorite books. Just sit down, have a little go at filming yourself, talking about these books, giving some recommendations, you know, even if you like this book, you might like that book. Just get yourself comfortable in front of the camera. Even if you don't post it, you're still sitting there, you're still talking in front of the camera, and more importantly, you're getting comfortable just talking. But also as well, like, even just videos in bulk. I don't really have time to do that for BookTube. I do that on BookTok. I film my videos in bulk. I don't even change my outfit. Like, I don't even care. I'm just like, I've only got time to film videos in bulk, and that is what I'm gonna do. I mean, that's another thing with starting a YouTube channel is, I guess, I want to say be consistent, but be consistent to what your lifestyle is. So I work full-time. I work in a corporate office 9 till 6 every weekday, and obviously that does limit my time. I do get to work from home 2 days a week, which is a godsend, by the way. I actually miss the time when we could work from home full time. Like, I miss those days. Obviously that limits my time for editing, for filming, etc. I guess if you look at other YouTubers and you think, well, they're posting 3 times a week, how can I compete with that? Essentially, you're not actually competing with them. I don't want to say you're competing with yourself, but you're just understanding the limits of what you can do with your lifestyle. So for me, I post once a week, every Thursday, because that's all I can commit to. Because if I commit to 2 videos a week, I'm not gonna be able to post. I'm not gonna have the time. And therefore I commit to 1 video a week, and I keep that consistent, because consistency is definitely key. And once you start building up, say, your viewers and, you know, your subscribers, I don't want to really say brand, because obviously I do this for fun, but I guess your viewers are going to be familiar with your content style, and the times that you post. And they'll be like, oh, Jane Doe posts on Mondays at 8 o'clock. I need to watch their YouTube video today. So it's just being consistent, but also, like, don't compare yourself to others at all. Compare yourself to yourself and what you can do. And don't feel bad that you might not be posting 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week. Just do what you can, because otherwise as well, see, I'm sorry, once I start talking, I just yap, but you're gonna get burnout. If you can't actually keep up with what you're promising to do, you're gonna get burnout, and ultimately you're not going to enjoy what you're doing YouTube for. I love making videos, so why am I going to jeopardize that by trying to put more videos out than I can, and then just have burnout, and then just go on a hiatus for like 6 months to a year? It is also kind of looking after yourself and what you can do. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I've just rambled. I guess following on from that as well, I'm going to preface by saying, like, I had no editing knowledge as well. Like, I'm the worst creative person there is. Like, I don't actually have a creative bone in my body. So I mean, if you have watched my videos, I think you could tell, but I don't do really anything fancy. I might do an odd zoom here and there, but a lot of the times it's just me talking to the camera like this. And some people may find that boring, but some people, it's right up their street. So again, don't compare yourself to others and what others can do or their editing style. And as well, like, these massive YouTubers, they have people working for them to do their editing and whatnot. Could you imagine that being your life? That would be absolutely insane. But yeah, like, again, obviously you can do your own research and you learn on the job as you go, but don't feel like, oh, well, I can't make amazing thumbnails and I don't know how to put like special effects in my videos. Nor do I, but I promise you, people will still watch your videos, because this is going to sound so cliche, but it's true. People will watch your videos for you, for your personality, and to be honest, they will be able to tell your enthusiasm for the topic that you're speaking about. At least that's how I feel. I feel like I pride myself on watching people. Obviously, it interests me, so like, I have a BookTube account, so I follow primarily booktubers, but it's you can really tell someone's passion for what they're speaking about, and if someone is potentially fake. I don't like saying that, but I think you can tell by their energy what's real and what's fake. So essentially, just be you. And I promise there's going to be people that are going to find you so entertaining, so interesting, and value your opinions. There is no greater feeling than you giving a recommendation and someone coming back to you saying, I've read that book and I absolutely loved it. It just makes my little heart so happy. Then into a nice segue is to make real connections. So I am so happy to say that there is, like I mentioned before, people all over the world that I feel like I've made a genuine connection with. I love watching their videos. I love taking on their recs. And also I love watching someone's content and you instantly know that their book taste is completely the same as your book taste. And then you get a whole plethora of new recommendations to put on your TBR. I love it. There is nothing better than that feeling. Find people you like to watch, that you find entertaining, comment on their videos, you know, really support, really engage. And it really does help, but not only for you, but also that content creator. I like to think about like how they would feel getting a comment on their video. And I know that sounds really silly, but when I get one comment on my video, again, I'm like, how the hell is this happening? How is someone watching my video and then not only watching it but feel the need to comment and want to actually talk books to me? Like, it's absolutely insane. So I like to comment on a lot of videos that I watch, especially if they are a smaller content creator, because I just think that could help their algorithm, because there is nothing more than I want to see than small content creators absolutely thrive. I have started following some content creators that had less than 100 subscribers, and now they have fully surpassed that. And some people just deserve so much love in this space, and when they finally achieve that, it fills my heart with joy. So I know I rambled a little bit there, but what I'm trying to say is just make real connections with real people. And honestly, you can make a new best friend. I think as well, what I've learned is how much time editing takes. I mean, I know I touched on editing a bit earlier. Don't be fooled by editing. I hate editing. I'm going to be completely real with you guys. I hate editing with like a passion. I find it really boring. I hate listening to myself speak. Like, as much as I love talking to the camera and I could speak about books all day, all night, when I actually have to upload my videos onto the computer, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I love Adobe Premiere Pro, but obviously you do pay for it. It's like a subscription. I think it might be a one-off subscription or a yearly. Actually, I don't know. Don't listen to it. I think it could be a yearly subscription, but I use it. I find it's really easy. Like, obviously you need a little bit of knowledge about editing. Like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like completely beginner friendly, but you do learn like on the job while you're editing. But yeah, I absolutely hate it. And when I say it takes so much time, I just want to really emphasize how much time editing takes. Now, I don't think I'm a perfectionist, and actually, well, I say that, like, I am someone that watches my whole video back again to make sure there's no mistakes. And actually, I think on one of my last videos there was a mistake in there, and because it takes so long to upload onto actual YouTube, I was just like, I can't change it now. And honestly, that did bug me just a little bit, because I was like, I can really notice this mistake, but I just think I just don't have the time or patience to edit. And I just thought I'd let you know, because it's a massive part of YouTube. It is a massive part of YouTube, and I hate it. But I love talking about books, meeting new people, more than what I hate editing. So I will never stop doing it. But I just thought, if you are thinking about making a YouTube video, that I would let you know that editing is quite a big part. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't have to be. You could literally just upload a raw footage and just go from there. But I feel like a lot of people they wouldn't like that, and they would want to cut like bits out and whatnot. Like, for me, don't be fooled. I mean, I feel like you would already know this because there are so many cuts in my videos, but I make so many mistakes. Even though I yap so much, I have to cut a lot out as well. And that is something that I have not gotten used to yet, because I know realistically I should make my videos a lot shorter, a lot more succinct and like to the point, but I just can't. I can't. I'm like, once I start talking, I talk about some random nonsense that actually don't make, like right now, this isn't needed in this video, but I'm gonna keep it in here anyway. So I guess what I could say, what I know that I need to achieve, is to just be a little bit more succinct with what I put onto my videos, and maybe just be a little bit more brutal and cut more useless things out. But then I watch it back and I think, is that useless? Like, useless. That's quite like a bold term. And I'm like, well, actually, I want people to know that about this book, or, you know, about this bookshop, or blah, blah, blah. So that's why I find it quite tough to cut things out. What I have also learned about this journey is, and I guess this reverts back to being consistent and only posting what you can do, but I will not force read a book for a video. And what I mean by that is, if I have a video idea and I want that to go up, say, oh, I post on a Thursday, so I want that to go up on this Thursday. If I've not finished that book in time, I'm not going to force myself to read it where I'm not doing anything else with my time, because actually I don't think it helps the reading vlog or whatever video you're doing as a whole. So I'm doing spoiler videos for the ACOTAR series, and my most recent one was A Court of Wings and Ruin. Now, I tried to finish that book. It's a chunky book. I think it's about like 700 pages. I tried to finish that book within like 4 days from the top of my head, and basically I knew I couldn't do it, but I was forcing myself to do it so I can have a video to post while I was on holiday. And at the time, I was like, no, I need to get this up. I need to finish it. I need to give my thoughts out. But I realised I wasn't actually taking in the contents of the book like I normally would. And since that point, I have vowed not to push myself to finish a book or push myself to do anything just for a video. And actually, if need be, I know it is all about consistency and whatnot, but if I need to delay posting a video by a couple of days, I will absolutely do that, because I'd rather put a video out that I feel proud of than having one that I feel like I rushed. So that's something that I've definitely learned, and something I'm definitely going to be taking on board for myself. Another thing that I've learned, and this isn't just BookTube related, this is also BookTok related, is your TBR will never go down. Never. Like, honestly, every single day there is a new book on my radar, and I'm not exaggerating, every single day. If you think about it, obviously BookTok is a lot more prevalent, but even BookTube, just say, for example, you're following 30 people, every day you're gonna find a new BookTube video online, you know, like even just from your subscriptions, there's gonna be pretty much, like, obviously I can't guarantee it, but pretty much there's going to be a new video on your feed every single day. You click on that video, you watch that video, I guarantee there is going to be a book that you have not heard about. Or even if you have heard about it, you weren't too keen and you thought, I'm a bit on the fence, but then they persuade you, bam, new book on your TBR. This is outing myself a little bit, but my goal, or one of my goals for 2026 was to get my TBR down to 150. Does anyone want to take a guess with how many books are actually on my TBR? Like, I would love it if you make a guess in your comments, because it's pretty bad. I'm going to tell you anyway, but I'd love it if you take a guess, and then, like, I'd love to just see how close you were to the actual number. But I have just shy of 300 books on my TBR. Physical TBR, mind you. I have just under 100. I think I have like 99, excluding my ARCs, on my Kindle TBR. So essentially, I've got around about 400 books just waiting to be read. And yet I wanted to get my physical TBR down to 150 this year. Like, it just doesn't stop. I want to read all the books and I just don't have enough time. Do I regret purchasing these books? Absolutely not. I am someone that does not DNF. So I know for a fact I'm going to get around to all of these books. Whether I love them or not is another thing. But I guess what I can say is I feel like I've learned my reading taste so much better. So when I first started, you know, even not posting on social media, but like looking at BookTok, looking at BookTube, because I've been watching BookTube for the longest time, like much earlier than when I actually started like creating content on books. But I've been watching BookTube for so long, and I genuinely was just buying the books that other people said were great. You know, if a big YouTuber said, oh, I liked this Tessa Bailey book, I would pick it up. I went to my local works and I bought It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Lo and behold, I didn't like it. And now I've learned that I don't like Tessa Bailey, but that's absolutely fine because I realised my taste, I know this sounds so silly and like a lot of people will just be rolling their eyes saying, well, obviously your book taste isn't the same as somebody else's book taste. But I've learned that by doing BookTube. It does sound so silly, but you really do hone in to what sort of books you love. Like, I know at the moment I love literary fiction. Like, literary fiction is like my top genre. I know I'm pretty safe buying a literary fiction book and I know I'm gonna enjoy it, like, or semi-enjoy it. Fluffy romances, not really my vibe. I can't really get on board with fluffy romances, whereas so many people love them. You know, there are so many romance content creators out there. But contemporary romance, I love. Like, I absolutely love. And there is a difference. And, you know, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have known what that difference is. And that sounds so silly, but I'm here to admit this to you. Like, I didn't know what the difference was. But now, like, I do. I like my romance with a little bit of trauma, with a little bit of a backstory, a little bit of depth. Like, I don't want my books to just be all spice. Like, if anything, I would quite like a spice-free book. Like, yes, call me boring, that's absolutely fine, but sometimes spice is too much. You know, everyone loves Elsie Silver. The books I've read by Elsie Silver so far, not been to my taste, and that's absolutely fine. But I guess what I've also learned is everyone's gonna have an opinion, and it's down to you how you want to express your opinion. Because to be fair, I've not seen this on BookTube. I'm sure it does exist, but it definitely exists on BookTok. And if you say an opinion that maybe somebody else doesn't agree with, they will let you know. They will let you know. I feel like I've got quite thick skin, so not a lot really affects me in that way. But some people can be cruel, like really cruel, and it's not right. So I guess that's the bad side of social media, and just something to be really aware of, because it can happen. I mean, I just feel so fortunate that on BookTube so far, I've just had the most wonderful experience, and I love it. And to be fair, even on BookTok, like, I've genuinely had like such a lovely experience. The only experience I have had is when I used to stream. I used to play Call of Duty. I mean, I miss those times before Activision absolutely destroyed the game. But I used to play Call of Duty a lot, and boy, being a female in like the gaming space, it triggered a lot of people. So yeah, like I feel like I'm used to like negative comments and whatnot, but it's just something to, I guess, bear in mind if you did want to start making content. It's fine, everyone, to have their opinion. Like, I have disagreed with so many people about certain books. For example, I just mentioned Elsie Silver. Loads of people love Elsie Silver, and I don't, and that's fine. And you can totally disagree with someone in like a friendly way and say, actually, I don't agree with you there because I love this book because of XYZ. The moment people get cruel, it's just like, seriously, people need to look really hard at themselves, because it's really not that deep, you know. It's not that deep if you have opposing opinions. It's just as simple as that. But for one negative comment, I just hope that you would get 10 times the amount of positive comments. So yeah, just something to bear in mind. Okay, sorry, I feel like the lighting is getting very bad because it is currently like 8:30 and the sun's about to set in, and yeah, so I'm gonna try and hurry this up. But I think what I was gonna say next is, I feel like this has all been a bit mishmash and like a bit of a jumble, but it's just what's popping out of my head as and when it comes. But thumbnails, I think so many people put emphasis on creating effective thumbnails that like jump out, blah blah blah. I use Canva to create my thumbnails. They are nothing special. Like I say, I've not got a creative bone in my body. I practically use the same blueprint for every single one of my videos, and quite frankly, I feel like it works. Like, it does work. I do look at other people's thumbnails. I see what I like. I see, you know, I do a little bit of research, but essentially what it comes down to is I'm not creative, so I can only do what I can do. And while you may look at my videos and think, well, she's not actually got many views, some of my videos have got 50 views, and to me, I'm like, 50 people watching me speak. I mean, I know I quoted this earlier, but it's just like, to me, that is actually quite a lot, and therefore it makes it worth it. I know obviously a thumbnail attracts new viewers and whatnot, but I think as long as you're doing something eye-catching with, your thumbnail, for example, like a white outline, or you know, you have a catchy title as well, people will still click. So I don't want people stressing that, you know, they're not creative, or you know, they feel like they can't, you know, make a good thumbnail or have like amazing description, because believe me, neither do I. Neither do I, but I'm having the best time here on YouTube. I'm making genuine connections, I'm making genuine friends, and like, I just think what more could you want? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't feel like really daunted by creating a really like hook bait title and thumbnail, because, and like, again, the more experience you have with it, the more things that will like come to mind and what you want to do, and you'll find your creative style and it will all come to you. But I would be lying if I said that wasn't another, like, it's not a massive part of YouTube, but it is something you do need to bear in mind, and like, you do need to set time aside for it. So like, once you finish all your editing and it's like, oh damn it, now I need to create a thumbnail. And sometimes, like, so with my thumbnails, I actually like pose. I know this is gonna sound really embarrassing. I'd love to know how other people do their thumbnails. Actually, I pose like either before or after into the camera with like what I want to do. And by pose, I mean like most of like literally just smiling in front of the camera and whatnot, rather than taking it from the actual video. But sometimes I forget, like, I'm only human. Sometimes I forget if I'm in a rush or it's like a busy day and I have to take like my thumbnail from my actual video, which isn't the best, but it works. So like, again, you'll always find a workaround for what you're doing, but creating thumbnails and thinking of a catchy title, it's like 20% of what YouTube is. Like, you do have to make a conscious effort to create something. I feel like I've rambled and not actually made a point there. I think ultimately all I'm trying to say is if you want to make a YouTube channel, just do it. Take the plunge. I've had the best time. Like, I've been on TikTok and I love TikTok, don't get me wrong, but longer videos just, they don't work over there because people's attention span are not super long. Let's just say it like that. They're not super long, and therefore if you have a video that's like longer than 20 seconds, people are not watching it. Whereas over on YouTube, you can literally just talk and talk and talk, and someone may potentially want to listen to you. And that's what I love. Like, the more yapping, the better. Like, me personally, I love watching chatty videos. Like, I love watching chatty videos, because sometimes as well, it feels like this sounds really cheesy, but sometimes it can just feel like a FaceTime call or like a phone call or a voice note sort of situation. And I find that's really cool. I have had the best time creating videos for YouTube, and I just want to say thank you so much for, you know, subscribing, for watching, for commenting. Like, it means so much to me, and it will never stop baffling my mind. It will never stop baffling my mind that people watch me, and it's the best feeling. I can't even describe it. It's just the best feeling. So if you would want that feeling and you're just thinking, do I make that YouTube video? Do I not? Blah, blah, blah. Just take the plunge. I promise you, you will have the best time. But on that note, you know, the sun is setting. I've been yapping for quite some time about a topic that I didn't think would like be this long, but I'm gonna leave this one here. If you did enjoy this video, it would mean so much to me if you could like and subscribe, maybe even pop a comment. I would love to know, what have you learned if you've just started making videos, or even any tips. Like, what tips do you have? I still need to learn so much about YouTube and content creating. It never stops. Like, every day is a learning day. So any tips, I would love to read them in the comments, and I would love to see you in the next one. Bye.